For the people who don't know you, explain who you are and how you started rapping.
All right, so I want to say around the time Kanye and Lil Wayne were doing their thing, I was already at the peak of how I love music and stuff like that, but just being able to hear like the punch lines and like the way they would do their verses and stuff like that, I was like, man, I wonder if I could rap. So I would like jot some things down just to see if I could come up with things here and there, and over time I started being able to come up with like witty lines and things that I could either get people to chuckle or be like, hey, that's crazy. He came up with it, and it just took off from there. I would start getting like ciphers at school and stuff like that, and next thing I know, it just developed to a passion. So.
Okay. So you talked about your punch lines.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to develop your unique sense of style?
It took a while. When I first started, I wanted to be so much like Wayne. So like I would like almost like not necessarily copy his lines, but kind of like use his lines as the blueprint, like to formulate my own lines and stuff. And at some point, I realized like I have to be able to separate myself from other artists and stuff like that. So I would just try to find different ways to say things, because everything under the sun's been said. Shout out to Chris for saying that too. But just being able to come up with my own way of saying something, and people not used to hearing it in that aspect. So that's kind of how I started trending towards making my lines that way. So.
All right. So I was introduced to your music by Jasmine.
Okay.
J Friday.
Shout out to the homie.
And the first song that she told me about, she was like, "Have you heard Drastic?" I was like, "No." She said, "Well, listen to Fifth Quarter." And I noticed, looking at that video, you got a strong support team.
Oh yeah, shout out to my team. Oh yeah.
How does that make you feel, having that strong like backbone behind you?
It actually helps with my confidence, my drive. I know without them, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at as an artist right now. They definitely pushed me to the point of anytime I'm slacking on making music or anytime I'm not promoting myself, they stay on me like, hey, you need to be putting this out. I work with Cole, my best friend. Like I work with him, so I had to see him every day. So at any time he's like, hey, you need to post this, or you need to do that, and it lets me know that this is meant for me in a sense, because I know a lot of people they struggle with wondering like, is this something I'm supposed to do, or is this something that's for me? But to be able to see a bunch of people push me, and whatever I need, they're there. What I'm saying? So to see that lets me know that this was something that I was meant to do. So I appreciate them for that. So
okay. Cool. So you had some military experience.
Yep.
So you got to travel.
Yep.
So how has do you think that traveling experience has shaped your sound?
It definitely has, just from the aspect of, or from the perspective of being able to see different parts of the world in a different light than what you're used to. Being from Mississippi, that's all I knew. It's like, okay, Jackson, Mississippi, that's it. And being able to go, travel to places like Japan and Guam and all sorts of places, it gives me more content to talk about, because I can use something that I've experienced or seen and formulate a punchline or whatever to fit that scheme or that bar, and it helps a lot, because it's like, now I'm giving you something else to, even if you had no clue about it, you can go back and say, okay, cool, this is what he was talking about. And, it just helps me add on to, my way of, my own style and things of that nature, so.
Talk about the sample Weak.
Oh yeah. So, go ahead.
Talk about that. What's the inspiration behind that sample?
So it was crazy. I actually caught that video of the choir, singing and performing and stuff. I saw it on Facebook one day, and I'm like, man, this is dope. So I sent it to my boy, Maniac. Shout out to my dog, that's the producer behind everything. I sent it to him, and the first thing he was like, hey, you want me to make this to a beat? And I'm just like, it's almost as if he knew. That's exactly why I, sent it to him. He was like, I can make the beat, send it to you. And he shipped it to me. I was like, man, I gotta go off of this. But it's crazy because it actually took a while for me to actually, get that song to where I wanted it to be, because we changed the hook up. Like at first it was just the choir throughout the whole hook. The choir was also, there was a parts in the background that's not there anymore, as far as like how we, took everything out. Even my part in like the hook and stuff like that, I did that last second. Like it was crazy how we put it together, but I'm glad it came out the way it did. But yeah, it was crazy. But shout out to him. And just being able to embody Kanye's choir and put that at my own sound and give a southern touch to it, that was pretty dope. So.
Okay. You have a line that says, "They said I never make it. That's cool. They know I need challenge."
Yep.
How do you avoid that type of negativity and remain focused?
I mean, it's easy just from the aspect of being, for one, a black man in America. You know, we all, or just being black, period. We always deal with, you know, obstacles, you know, people telling us we can't do this, already being counted out and stuff. So just from that aspect, it's like, you know, you're already giving me challenges to deal with every day. Well, since I'm fighting those battles, you know, I take that same concept to my music, you know, being from Mississippi, being told that we can't be a music hub, or, you know, there's no art, there's no lyricism in Mississippi. You know, people forgetting that Mississippi is the birthplace of music. You know, it's one of the foundations in terms of how music all over the country has been shaped to today. So, you know, taking that challenge and showing people that, you know, you can make it from here, and then seeing people before me like Silas and Crit and, you know, even Banner, Kamikaze doing his thing beforehand. It just showed that, you know, no matter what they say about our state, we can push. So that's pretty much where how I look at that line. So.
Okay. And the driving force behind Black graffiti.
So the difference in Black graffiti as opposed to when I dropped King Drastic, this was more so when he sent me beats, it was just what it was, as opposed to like King Drastic, I already had just a collection of beats. But it's crazy, it's like he knew exactly the route I wanted to go, as far as not being dark, but more on a gritty type of feel. I just wanted to be able to, you know, paint a picture as far as how I view the Southern lifestyle and Southern rap. So from, you know, like songs like Trunk Knock, where, you know, you embracing like the car life, the riding around, you know, just that type of ordeal, parking lot pimping, all that kind of thing. Like when you hear Trunk Knock, it puts you in that, you know, in that field. And then, you know, you take a song like Much More, where I'm giving you the side of, like how we just spoke about, being from Mississippi and, you know, being from the South, and people already counting you out, you know, stuff like that, or, you know, not realizing that we have talent too. So it was just me being able to take a blank canvas and being able to just say, hey, like, you know, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to make it. And like you had already, when you heard me from the listening party, when I mentioned my boy Gary, he was the driving force behind the title itself. I always wanted to have something like Black, but he came up with graffiti itself, just being able to say, like, I'm giving music to everybody, no matter, you know, what side of the music spectrum you're on. It's something from everybody, and it's like graffiti, like just, and it's free for everybody to enjoy. So, what's good, world? What's up, Jackson? Shout out to Mississippi. It's your boy King Drastic. You're tuning in to Rapchive.